Hey guys, it's George from Funny at Its Finest, and today we're going to be analysing the first, every team's first match from the World Cup. I was some Fortnite clips because got to keep you guys entertained. So there's been some interesting fixtures this World Cup. I think it's been more entertaining than everyone expected, and there's not been too much trouble in Russia, so everything is going well at the moment. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, like the video, subscribe obviously. These are very old clips. I've still got a lot of newer clips to put on the channel, so hopefully I can get those up soon, maybe in a montage, or maybe even for the second set of matches. That could be a possibility. Obviously we've got exams now, so it's harder to upload as regularly, but I'm sure me and Mike, at least, how about Miranda and Jamie, we'll try and upload as much as we can. So the first game of the 2018 World Cup was Russia versus Saudi Arabia, and well, Russia smashed it. There was question marks over how good Russia actually were, because a lot of even their own newspapers were saying it was their worst team for years. They didn't have a very good team, but Cheryshev, Golovin all turned up, and Saudi Arabia were mediocre at best. They're not very good, and I thought, yeah, Russia have done well in this game. They're not going to do well in the next game. And as I'm recording this, they're actually 3-1 up against Egypt. So Russia are looking good to make the round of 16, which I reckon their fans would actually take, considering they're 70th in the world. They'd be nowhere near this World Cup unless they hosted it, which they did. 5-0. The Saudi Arabian players did not look very good. I expected them to be a defensive unit. They had to qualify somehow, and I reckon it was their defence that did it. But turns out I probably didn't do my research, and they're not very good. Second game was Egypt v Uruguay, which ended as a 1-0 win for Uruguay, taking it late. I didn't watch the first half of this game, but I did watch the second half, and both teams were poor, but I'd say off the balance of the play, Uruguay actually did deserve to win it. Luis Suarez was shocking, but Cavani had a really good game. Just didn't get his goal, but he set up Suarez a lot of times and set him up for failure, of course, as he couldn't hit a shot. Then there was Morocco versus Iran, which I didn't watch because it's Morocco and Iran. Who's watching that? And Iran took that 1-0 and 95th minute own goal. Very boring. Iran very defensive, like they were in qualifying. They had the best defence in Asia, and to be fair, they look like a team you don't really want to be coming up against, because they'll take you to a 0-0 draw. And if they manage to get maybe even just 1-0 draw in their game against Portugal and Spain, they could actually make it through to the knockout stages. One draw could be enough. And then probably the game of the World Cup so far, Portugal v Spain 3-3. Cristiano Ronaldo takes over, scores a hat-trick. It was a very good game. And watched the first half with a few of my mates, and then came home and watched the second half. Cristiano Ronaldo's free kick was top class, and honestly both teams deserved the point. I'd say Nacho Fernandez's goal was unreal as well. Diego Costa played well, but yeah, what can you do? 3-3 draw. It was a fun game to watch. Next up was France versus Australia, and the controversy of the VAR begun. Now, was it a penalty? I don't think it was. A lot of people say it was, but I thought the referee's decision was correct. But I can see why people thought it was a penalty, and I didn't mind because Griezmann was my captain in my fantasy football team. So who's the real winner? Australia played really well and probably did deserve a draw, but Pogba won it for him. Argentina v Iceland. I obviously predicted Argentina to go out in the group, and a lot of people were like, well, they're obviously not going to go out in the group. They're Argentina. What do you mean? But they're really struggling. Messi had a shocker. And as I said, if Messi doesn't perform, they don't win. And Messi did perform, they didn't win. So all in all, Argentina look in big trouble because Iceland was probably their second easiest game. Nigeria's probably their easiest, and Croatia's definitely their hardest. Next game, Denmark v Peru. Again, didn't watch it, but Peru missed a very bad penalty, like genuinely going up to space. Skied it that much. And Yusuf Poulsen, obviously at Leipzig, scored and took advantage. And both teams actually ranked really highly, both above England. That's a bit interesting. Croatia v Nigeria ended 2-0. It was an own goal that wasn't really the guy's fault. It deflected off him, but, you know, stuff like that happens. And wasn't it a goal from... Who scored it for Croatia, actually? I've completely forgotten this now. Hang on, I apologise. I can literally not remember who scored. Oh my god, how do I... Oh, Luka Modric, of course it's Luka Modric. Yeah, Luka Modric scored and made it 2-0. Yeah, decent game, all in all. Serbia v Costa Rica, another game that I did not watch. I've watched the majority of these games, but obviously you got to revise, you got to have find time for other things. And Croatia v Serbia isn't the game that should be taking up much of your time. It was a great free kick from Alexander Kolarov, and the game finished 1-0. Germany v Mexico, the shock of the tournament so far, you must say. And yeah, Chucky Lozano looks good. Like, he is like taking the hype, and he's performing. You know, like, you can't really ask much more of him than that. Brazil versus Switzerland now. Right, now the clips have all ended. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put any more on or it's just gonna stay like this, but you can listen to me speak for like a few more minutes and then we will be good. Brazil v Switzerland, another big shock. Brazil were in total dominance, and Coutinho scored a great opener to make it 1-0 to Brazil. They probably played the best first 30 minutes of football we'd seen in the World Cup so far, and they blew it. Switzerland scored from the corner, and honestly, neither team, probably Switzerland, looked more likely to score after obviously they made it 1-0. On to Monday, Sweden versus South Korea. Again, this wasn't a game I watched. I know their centre-back scored a penalty, so yeah, pretty cool. I don't know why they put their centre-back on penalties, but I guess it worked. Heung-min Son, who was in my fantasy team, didn't score, so I've replaced him with Lozano. Belgium versus Panama, 3-0 win for Belgium. Belgium were below average in the first half, but they came out during the second half and they took it 3-0. England versus Tunisia, it was a 2-1 win. VAR again. I mean, how the first one probably was a penalty. When you compare it to the two that weren't penalties, like, it blows my mind. I felt a bit bad for the Tunisian keeper. You know, he went off injured after making a few decent saves. But in the end, we got the result because Harry Kane scored the winner. Oh, that's such an unfunny joke. Right, Japan 2, Colombia 1, another shock. Didn't watch this one because unfortunately I'm at school, so 1 o'clock kickoffs are not the best for me. But yeah, Shinji Kagawa scored a penalty. He's in my fantasy team, so you know, top of my league this week. Hashtag just saying. Yeah, it was a shock win for Japan. There's been a lot of shocks so far, I'd say. And then another shock, Senegal beat Poland 2-1. Poland just did not look good. I don't know what Krakowiak was doing when he just kicked it back. Allowing, was it Mbanyang to score? And then the goal before that, I don't even remember what the goal was before that. Was it a... Oh, it was a huge deflection, wasn't it? Yeah. And obviously now 92nd minute for Russia-Egypt. It's 3-1, sorry. It's probably a finish like that. Egypt's going out. Russia going through. So, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It is massively appreciated. I'll see you in the next video.